Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride, lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long.
We are set for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in the heart of Texas at sold-out NRG Stadium in Houston. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. They push him back to the 34. J.J. Watt in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. On second down, it's Henderson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken around the 12. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Second down, it's Henderson pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Okay, ready? Accuracy's trash. Let's go. Wide, get wide. 564, weak. Box try.
Back to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Gordon. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At their 48-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Gordon. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From midfield, here's Allen. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. A toss play, Gordon. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion. to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Go. Go.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He's going to float this one. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, 46 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 13-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now Gordon on first down. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about... yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready, break. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike.
Woo-hoo.
58, right over there.
Alpha.
58, right there.
So don't say go.
They'll set up the throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And they'll get this down to the 10. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Now Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Matt Milano, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. Going to throw right side here, complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll set up to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen, and the grab by Croft. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
In your face.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
58 to Mike.
He'll look to throw. The open man is Smith. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL. On EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt and in a big way.
Completes it to Hardman. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
He's coming, double up. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And he'll be stacked up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that was so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. They're going to look to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a toss right side. It's Gordon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
The right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So Allen's going to look to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's caught left side by Hardman. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line.
First down, Bills.
Allen going to come to the line here first.